Who is Ramon Laureano? What does he bring the Orioles? Previously drafted by Mike Elias and company in Houston, Ramon Laureano has had an okay career. He shot out like a cannon in 19 and 20, had a couple decent seasons, and he hasn't really been the same since. Does have a PED suspension here in 2021, but since then he's been kind of a platoon player. But what kind of value does he still bring a team? Now, Ramon in his career has always been touted for his outstanding arm strength. And, back in his younger years, he could actually move around a little bit, and he was quite the speedster out in the outfield. Nowadays, when you kind of look at him, Ramon's got these tree trunk legs. He's not the fast outfielder that he once was, but he's still a pretty good defender at all three outfield positions. And with saying that, again, the arm is still there. It's in the 96 to 100 percentile in arm strength. Arm value is up pretty high too. Nobody likes to run on this guy. He could take a ball right off the wall, a little semi-crow hop and throw you out at second base. Doesn't matter who you are. He has a fantastic arm. Now, but he still can go get the ball. When you look at his outs above average, yes, they're not high. They're in the negatives. I get it. The guy still takes pretty decent routes. He still can lay out and go get a ball. He's still going to make some really good plays out in the outfield for you. And it's still a guy that you could trust out there late game, against lefties. And we'll get to more of that on the lefties in just a minute. As a fourth outfielder, or even a fifth outfielder for the Orioles, we have so many, he brings a defensive value over some of the other guys on the team. I would trust him out there before Tyler O'Neill, before Heston Kjerstad. If you had a late game outfield of Cowser, Mullins, Ramon Laureano, that's a pretty good outfield, especially, from left to right there. Do I think he's going to play? He's going to play. He got a $4 million deal here with a 2026 option of $6.5 million. That is a team option. Now, Ramon is a very, very good hitter against left-handed pitching. In the last 2 years alone, he's hit .284. And what I really like about Ramon, last year, he started off with the Cleveland Guardians. It didn't go all that great. They DFA'd him, and the Atlanta Braves ended up picking him up, and he kind of found his footing there in the last couple months of the season. And with runners in scoring position last year, something that the Orioles really, really struggled with here in 2024, Ramon hit .364 with runners in scoring position against left-handed pitching. That will play very well in a lineup that struggled against left-handed pitching just last year. And Mike Elias had made a point this year to go out and find right-handed batters that hit left-handed pitching. They looked at the lineup, saw a hole, and they filled it. Tyler O'Neill smashes left-handed pitching. Ramon Laureano smashes left-handed pitching. Dylan Carlson smashes left-handed pitching. They made it a point to upgrade that part of the offense, and I feel like Ramon really brings a solid piece to that. Now, is this a guy that I could see getting consistent playing time? Look, hey, if he gets hot again and he did what he did in his younger years, yeah, definitely could see him playing more than what we think right now. But I think as his age has gone on, he's content with that left-handed role. Finding a guy that is content not playing every day and only playing against lefties isn't the easiest thing to do. So to get a guy like Ramon Laureano, look, I know a lot of people are kind of over the dumpster diving things, but this is a damn good ball player, and he's going to help the team a lot. So in 100 at-bats last year against left-handed pitching, Ramon hit .305. That was with 6 doubles, 5 home runs, 17 RBIs, 5 walks to 34 strikeouts. Now, the K rates are still kind of high for him. I'd like to see that get a bit lower, but that's just kind of who he is nowadays. But you're looking at a guy with a .526 slugging and an .869 OPS against lefties just last year. And that was with being DFA'd. What I found most interesting about him, though, is he was a 52% pull hitter last year against left-handed pitching. Now, we do know the wall is moving in a little bit, but it's still kind of an awkward wall. So that'd be kind of interesting to see how that plays out this year. All in all, look, I'm pleased with the move so far. He is a better fourth or fifth outfielder than pretty much most teams have in the major leagues. He's a good defensive replacement if you need it. He can still steal some bags every so often. He's got a fantastic arm, and he demolishes left-handed pitching. He's going to have a niche role on this team, kind of like Austin Slater did last year, but he's just a better player than Austin Slater. These are the kind of small moves that help you win later in the season. look, if somebody goes down for even just for a game, it's nice to have a pretty decent guy who's had a pretty decent career be able to step in. Would you rather have Austin Slater or Ramon Laureano? Let me know. I mean, I'm going to choose Ramon 9 times out of 10, probably 10 out of 10. Like I said, he's just better than most. I understand the frustration from the fans here. They want to go out and get a bigger name. When it comes to winning championships, it's about the little pieces too. The big names help for sure. We all know it. But the little pieces help too. That runner in scoring position with 2 outs in a playoff game, and you get a pinch hit roller, Ramon Laureano comes up against a lefty and drives in 2. Like, those are the little pieces that help you win, even if they have just a very small role. All 26 guys help teams win. And this is a guy that's going to help the Orioles win. Let me know your thoughts down in the section below, and I'll catch you guys later.